What is up, everybody? This is your owner, chairman, and CEO, Scott Gale, also known as Scotty Bad Bones. And I got a special guest here with me. Please introduce yourself, good sir.
Greetings, everyone. That's right. This is your general manager, aka War Heavyweight Champion, Cody Mercer.
That's right. Now, before we talk about the title, I just want to say congratulations to Johnny Da Vinci on becoming the new United States champion. And we will be hearing from him this week. And Cody Mercer. Anyway,
technical difficulty. Technical difficulties. You were saying?
We're saying congratulations to Johnny Da Vinci on becoming the new United States champion.
Congrats to Johnny Da Vinci. Hopefully we'll get to hear him from really soon of him winning the U.S. title.
Yeah.
So yeah, as stated by the video, I spoke to Scotty Bad Bones backstage, and me and him have agreed that all the titles will be on the line at Revolution Wars in a War Games match. And he's going to explain about the rules when it comes to putting all the titles on the line. Scotty Bad Bones?
Yes, as I said, you already know how each team member gets in the ring after the clock bell rings, and then the only way to win a match is either by pinfall, submission, or knocking your opponent completely out until they can't get up anymore. So it's going to be one hell of a match. Oh, by the way, the pay-per-view has been moved to December 25th on Christmas Day, so it'll be at the end of the month instead of December 18th.
Yeah, because originally we were supposed to do it on December 18th, but it's been postponed to 25th, because we usually do pay-per-views on the last week of the month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as it says by the title video, yes, all the titles will be on the line. The World Heavyweight Champion, the Tag Team Champions, the Universal Champion, and also, because Johnny Da Vinci is also the U.S. Champion, I was wondering, should he actually be part of our tag team just for one night at Revolution Wars? Just asking. Because I know he wants a piece of the Adventures and Dark Horse as much as we do. Or no?
I think because he said he's going to be a fighting champion.
Very well. Then Johnny Da Vinci will be teaming up with us. And to be honest, as for the American Mercenaries, as much as I don't like to make them fight Johnny Da Vinci just for this one night, they have to fight her just for this one night. And after that, they get back together as tag teams. So, yeah, I got done speaking to Tony Drew II, and he agrees on it. More details will be explained about the tag team match next week as well. You know, when it comes to me defending my world title. So, yeah. Anyways, yes, all the titles will be on the line. I'm going to be defending my World Heavyweight Champion along with our boys here, which is the Universal Champion, the Tag Team Champions, the U.S. Champion, and what else? Well, I was going to also add Alfaro Leon to this match because he's the Legends champ, but apparently he decides to defend his own champion at his own time at Revolution Wars. But yeah, but here what Scotty Bad Bones says, all the titles will be on the line at Revolution Wars in this great match called War Games.
War Games.
You were saying?
Yes, all the titles will indeed be on the line. Which means, and apparently MJF...
And it's not going to be just...
MJF...
Yeah, it's not going to be just... Yeah, of course. And it's not going to just be a War Games match.
No.
I wanted to make a special match that fans have been wondering for a very long time. And you want to know what kind of match it's called? Well, I'll tell you.
What?
It's not just a War Games match.
No.
It's a War Games fight to the death Christmas match.
Yes. I like that.
And the rules are simple. There's going to be presents in that ring. And whoever opens the presents will reveal either a food or a weapon that you can use against your opponents. So Skybones will explain everything about the War Games Christmas Death Match. Skybones?
There's gonna be such a weapons as steel chairs, baseball bats, barbed wire, the kitchen sink, food such as a Thanksgiving pig, mashed potatoes, green beans, any type of food you can get your hands on, apple pie, pumpkin pie, or even a good old-fashioned home-baked pig. Ham, not ham. That's a home-baked ham. Delicious Thanksgiving ham. You could use that as a weapon. You could use a pitchfork. Any single weapon you can get your hands on. And the only ways to win is pinfall, submission, or knocking your opponent completely out where they're unconscious, laying flat on the mat.
And I'm just going to say it right here and right now. NW's Adventures, you have caused a lot of destruction, including after matches for the last time. And I think it's time we put an end to this once and for all. Because at Revolution Wars, when all of us are in that ring, inside that steel cage, with presents, that inside contains either a weapon or food, you're going to wish you did not piss me off, piss everybody off, hell, piss off the fans.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you guys are nothing but wannabes. Now that I know the truth, because one of the episodes from Impact, I found out that you and the Dark Carnivores are actually teaming up. Is this true? Or no?
Is it?
What do you think, Scotty Bad Bones?
Is it true? I'm thinking it is. Now they got the AW World Champion MJF in your stable. And MJF, you are a piece of crap for what you did to Will and Wego. That was an act of cowardice. And Will and Wego, he's still in the MWS Revolution. He's just recovering from MJF attacking him 2 weeks ago on AEW Dynamite.
That's right. And also, after what happened on Impact, Paul Heyman, he always has to interfere every single time. Well, guess what? Starting next week, because I'm going to be ready for the War Games, I've decided to defend my World Heavyweight Champion in a tag team match against any of your Endless Adventures or any Dark Carnivores, just so that I can be prepared for the War Games. Because at the end of the day, you are nothing but a bastard, piece of shit, fat wannabe, Paul Heyman. I don't care. I don't care if you were the owner of ECW. And you know I have a lot of respect of the history about ECW. It doesn't even matter, Paul Heyman. Because one of these days, if you ever decide to put yourself in a match, I know you're not a wrestler, but if you ever decide to put yourself in a match, well, I'm going to end your career. Just like how Scotty Mercer ended Don Callis' career, but apparently that didn't happen. But you know what? I've been thinking about this for a long time. Somebody has got to go from the NWS Revolution and Revolution Wars. What do you think, Sky Bad Bones? Any ideas?
Yes. It's obviously not going to be Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because they have iron contracts. It's obviously not going to be Don Callis or Michael Apple, but somebody's got to go. I mean, let's see. Lion King X and JJ, I mean, they don't have ironclad contracts, so maybe it might be one of them. What do you think?
Pretty much. But you know what? I didn't want to wait until next year as well, because you know what? I don't want to say this, but I have to. And I don't care of Paul Heyman and Chuck Killer Dolls, like invisible hand or no touch clause or whatever. But Paul Heyman and Chuck Killer Doll, I'm going to say this. Even though you're not wrestlers anymore, how about it's time that you come out of retirement? And I'm talking also to you, Paul Heyman. How about you put yourself in a match? So that way, all of us can get our hands on you. But
Come on,
if you don't
Paul.
actually be involved in this tag team match, sorry.
Come on, Paul. What are you scared, Paul? Are you scared of taking a Mercer footprint? Are you scared, Paul? I seen you run away today. Oh, Don Callis, how does your legs feel after me and Rob and I locked you in a double figure four leg lock? How are you feeling, Don Callis? Mr. Baldy, how are you? Yeah, that's Don Callis and Paul Heyman. They're like a peer. All they ever do is attack, and interfere. And they think they can get away with it.
Well, you know what? That's going to come to an end at Revolution Wars because guess what? It's time that they put their career on the line. No, not Joe Biden, not Kamala Harris, not even Michael Rappaport. But one or two members have got to go. So you know what? Hey, Paul Heyman, how about you put your job and your career on the line? Are you too much of a chicken shit to accept this? Because I guarantee you at the end of the day, no one's going to like you anymore. No one's going to respect you anymore. For what you did, I think it's time that you come out of retirement and start wrestling just for one night. And Paul Heyman, if you or Chucky DeCaro don't refuse to get in that ring, well, guess what? You see the paper Scotty Bad Bones hold? He's going to rip that paper of your contract and terminate it if you do not cooperate.
That's right, Paul.
Scotty Bad Bones?
So you better cooperate. So that's right, Chucky, and that's right, Paul. The two of you better cooperate. If you like being in the MWS, put your careers on the line. One of you's got to do that. Well, who's going to be? Is it? Come on, Paul. You've been here since day one, and
Paul Heyman,
you've already wrestled a few matches.
Even though you're not a wrestler, yeah, I know. Paul Heyman, even though you're not a wrestler anymore, how about you just wrestle just for one night? And if you don't cooperate, then guess what? Sky Bell's is going to rip that paper off from that contract, and you will no longer be part of this revolution. How about you put your career on the line, Paul Heyman? And any other wrestlers who want to put their career on the line. Where if it's Lion King, X, and JJ.
Come on, Lion
King, X, and
JJ. One of the members, one of you's got to put your careers on line. Who's it going to be? But come on, Paul. You can still do it. Come on, Paul. These fans want to see us get our hands on you after what you did. You've been secretly working with Don Callis hour long, using Cody Mercer as a platform, as a ploy, and then dumping it and then ditching him. Because that's what you do. You churn on everybody, Paul Heyman, until they agree. And the only reason you want them to join is so they can agree with what you do. Well, me and Cody Mercer, we don't play that. We don't stoop to your level. So Heyman, I suggest you put your career on the line or say goodbye to the MWS Revolution forever.
And the same thing goes for Don Callis. Don Callis, for you interfering in every match, you better put your career on the line too, because if you refuse, your contract will be terminated. You can say you can say goodbye to your contract. Say goodbye to your contract, and you're gonna be gone from the MWS Revolution for good. So Don Callis, Paul Heyman, Lion King, or JJ, if you would, how about you put your careers on the line? And don't worry, one or two people is going to leave, not every single members. So whoever gets pinned in that tag team Christmas death match, War Games at Revolution Wars, those two people are gone. Adios.
Adios. Hasta la vista, baby.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning of the end and downfall for the NWS Adventures.
That's right.
Oh, and by the way, it's also going to be an elimination tag team match too. Don't forget that.
Oh, and one more thing. Michael Rappaport, I saw that you made a video last week. You're saying you're going to be putting a restraining order against the American Mercenaries. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I went to a judge and he threw that case out. So, Michael Rappaport, you no longer have a restraining order against the American Mercenaries. So, anytime Giant Da Vinci, Tony Jr. II want to beat you up, they have every right to. I just wanted you to know that, Michael Rappaport.
And as for you, Don Callis, for you keep costing wrestlers matches after matches, I think it's time for you to go if you lose this match. Because if you don't put your career on the line at Revolution Wars, then you can say bye-bye to your contract.
That's right, Don. So I suggest you put your career on the line.
Me and Scotty Bad Bones has had enough. And to make sure Joe Biden does not hire another person or another wrestler to join Endless Adventures, his hiring contracting has been terminated.
That's why. Because the MWS Avengers have enough members. They have Paul Heyman, Don Callis, Chucky. They have Roman Reigns, the Usos. They have too many members.
So what are you saying, MWS Adventures? I'm not talking to Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or Mike Rappaport. I'm talking to either Don Callis, Lion King X and JJ, and of course Paul Heyman. And as for Chucky the Cure Doll, well, I don't want to make him lead in this role because you know what? He's got a show to do. So you know what? He can stay. But for any other 3 or 4 wrestlers, they got to go. Enough is enough.
That's right.
So NWS Adventures, how about you put your careers on the line? And I'm not talking one more time. I'm not talking about the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or Mike Rappaport, or Chucky the Cure Doll. I'm talking about Paul Heyman, Lion King X, and JJ.
That's right.
What do you say, guys? Are you going to put your careers on the line? Are you going to wrestle? Yes or no? And Paul Heyman, if you decline, then your contract will be terminated.
So all you need to do is make a video response. That's all you need to do. It isn't that hard.
And same thing goes for Don Callis. Forgot to mention him.
Yeah.
And if you lose, you're out of here. You're never going to come back to the Endless Revolution ever again.
That's right.
So you got until next week to give us a severe response. Paul Heyman, Lion King X and JJ, and of course Don Callis. Do you accept? Yes or no? And Paul Heyman, are you going to wrestle for your fans or no? Because if you're too much of a chicken shit, then you're nothing more than a coward. All the titles will be on the line against your careers. In a tag team War Games Elimination Christmas Death Match.
That's right.
And you know why, Scotty Bad Bones?
Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because we're going to put an end to the Endless Adventures once and for all. This has gone far enough. And it's time that we end this at War Games, at Revolution Wars, in the War Games. War Games Tag Team Elimination Christmas Death Match.
That's correct.
Yeah. So what are you saying, those Adventures? The clock is ticking. You got until next week to make a response. And how about you put your careers on the line? You got till next week. The clock is ticking. And to make sure I'm ready for the War Games next week, I will defend every Thursday night my World Heavyweight Champion in a tag team match against anyone. More details to be explained about it next week in a video. Actually, it's not much of a video. It's more like a backstage video where I had a backstage talk with Tony during a second. So you'll find out next week about it. And how about you, Scotty Bad Bones? Any plans for next week too?
Oh, let's just say maybe I got a special I got a match. Maybe I'll take on Michael Rappaport in some kind of match, since he likes to run his mouth.
One more thing. I understand that Vinny Joe had to quit the Endless Revolution for a while because he needs some time off. Sky Bones, you forgot to mention about Vinny Joel's departure. Not departure, but his break from the Endless Revolution. Is there something you want to say to Vinny Joel, who is taking a break after him and his team lost the match and also lost their streak?
Vinny Joe, I mean, you keep taking your break and come back when you're ready because the door is always open for you to return.
Exactly. Hopefully we'll wish for Vinny Joe's return soon to the end of Revolution, and hopefully he will get back and come back as the leader of the American Mercenaries. Because right now, as we speak, he's taking a break.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all we're going to say for now. NWS Adventures, you better be ready, because at Revolution Wars and at War Games match, you're going to be destroyed in that War Games Tag Team Elimination Christmas Death match. Mark my words, the day will come when the NWS Adventures will start to get weakened. In other words, 1 or 2 or 3 members are going to be gone. You never know. So how about you put your careers on the line? Except for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Mike Rappaport, and Chucky the Killer Doll.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman, what do you say? Do you want to wrestle for the fans one time? Yes or no? If you say no, your contract is gone. If you say yes, then you can participate. You were saying, Scotty Bad Bones?
Yes, Paul Heyman. You got next week, Paul Heyman, to make a video response. You know the drill.
Are you too much of a chicken shit to accept the fact that you're nothing but a loser?
Come on, Paul.
You got till next week. But you know what? I said all I had to say here. So yeah, as stated, all the titles will be on the line against the NWS Adventures, well, a few of them, their careers. It's going to be also a title versus career match.
Yeah.
Yeah. War Games, Christmas Death, title versus career match. So what do you say, guys? Do you accept yes or no? All you have to do is make a response. But you know what? We're done talking about here. I'm going to get going now because I have a very important meetings to attend to, and I want to get ready for my next match next week on Impact.
Yeah.
Until then, this is your general manager, a.k.a. World Heavyweight Champion, Cody Mercer, signing off.
Bang, bang.
And same thing for Scotty Bad Bones here.
And bang.
Until then, the Elite... Sorry?
I said, and bang. That's my
bang.
signal.
Until the Elite... Yeah. Yeah, bang. Until this, the Elite of Darkness and the Sons of Chaos signing off in the video.